Doggy. Our awareness, we've been all over the board today, feeling so strongly like a pinball machine. Bing bong, bing bong. Because I mean, it has just been like, okay, we're doing this for 20 minutes. Okay, now we're wallowing in this for 20 minutes. Okay, now we have to do this. But it's like we're doing a million different fucking things, both mentally, psychologically, spiritually, and physically. We're just bouncing and bouncing. And like now it's 11 o'clock. It's like crazy to me. I could not wake up today. I did not get out of bed until 1:30 p.m. I don't know the last time that's happened. And then, we were up, we were in the sun, whatever. Then I don't even know what time, like maybe like 7 o'clock, I fell asleep over here on the couch for like an hour and a half, I think. Now I'm wired. Okay, I'm up doing fucking, like I'm updating some of my book documents and I'm studying things right now basically. But I just keep bouncing, I'm bouncing, I'm like, I don't know. I came on here because there's something which is, oh my God, look at Bowie. How do I show you? Look at that. Babe. Stop. Just take a picture. No, do not software update. I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now. Okay, anyway. I'm on here because I'm experiencing an upgrade. I think that's why we've been bing bonging. Things have been different in the way in which I'm feeling very called to step into my power in a way that is triggering me. And so I am then perceiving like that outside of me, like as if, like I kind of noticed today that I seemed a little bit less trusting of people, of others, which of course comes from everything is within first, so and everything is your relationship to self. So then I was like, okay, why am I not trusting her? Her, my guiding force, my God, like connection, guidance, and just trusting all that is. Trusting in the self is also trusting in God. Is trusting in all that is. Because I think I just get hard on myself when I fall into any old patterns that I'm like working to move out of, or when I experience this. We certainly do go through strings of days that feel much easier, much more aligned, and then we feel something like that feels like backwards. Or I wake, it's a day like today where like I have all these plans of waking up early and like going hiking, and like doing all these things, and then I sleep till 1:30, and then I buy a pack of cigarettes. It's like, whoa. So we're doing the opposite of what yesterday me predicted for today, and all of this feels worse and feels like we've gone backwards, and now I feel like a failure. And now I feel like I'm being bad, and I should feel guilty for that because I'm not making progress towards my larger goals. And that's the thing that you have to, and I've been learning this, trust me, that is the mind. It's all the mind seeking to control. There's no, on this path, I don't know, in the past I feel like I'd consumed so much on YouTube of like people being like, this is how you achieve your goals, like this is how you institute discipline, and like da 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 da. No. No, there's no like force that needs to come in and start controlling things. What must happen is we must allow what is to be. Are you with me? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? We must allow all that is to be. The minute we start to constrict and order, we're losing the plot, mama. And I know this has been a lifelong journey because, of course, that's our natural response. I mean, with everything. And we're learning it. Okay? It's a beautiful journey, and I'm you're never like really out the woods. You're always like, you're just like, you start to just learn, like, okay, you achieve something. Someone said this earlier. What was it? It's like you reach the ceiling and then you find out there's another floor. That's what consciousness is. It's a great way to explain it. But yeah, you learn something and you're pretty clear on it. And that's good, and it's like you've evolved in that way. Okay, now you can handle the next thing. Okay, now you can take that previous, I don't even know what to call it. I don't want to say issue. You can take that previous cloudiness, and you can see it now. Now there's a new component, or now there's like an additional perspective. Now it's become a bit more complicated, and like, how do we handle it here? And that's still, I feel like I'm not doing it justice of what I mean, but ultimately, I just feel that I'm going through a certain kind of upgrade where I'm being called to step into my power, my creative power specifically. And what that does, the womb and sexuality and creation and creative power, they're all connected. So my romantic pursuits, my romantic endeavors, as of lately, what do I want to say? The shape of them has changed. The quality of them has changed. The characteristics of romance for me has changed in a lot of ways. Okay, for starters, me knowing what I want. That's kind of been a long, ongoing thing, but that's big. Next up would be, when I'm done with something, I'm done with it. I don't even like that came out of my mouth, but that is how I feel. I'm certainly questioning myself on it because I don't know, I've never been in such a position with romance where I feel so confident that because I know what I am, I know what I offer. You know what I mean? I know what I can bring. This is interesting. And I'm afraid I'm going to watch this one back. This is going to be another one I watch back and I go, ego. Yeah, ego. I mean, anytime there's like dis-ease in the reality, it's like, yeah, okay, a part of the ego's dying. It's dying and it's like clinging. And that's why you're experiencing like resistance and shit. So I know that. I watched some of these back and it's like, you're so valid and real and I see what you're saying and you are brilliant. However, you're missing the point. And that is a part of what I feel, sorry, I'm fixing my shorts. That's a part of what I feel could be swirling about right now. And that's why I came here, because here's kind of what brought me here. The romance, we're going to get back to it because it's relevant. Thinking about putting this self online, which is like, again, feeling more creative is allowing more to come through me. I'm seeing myself create a lot more and share a lot more. And that experience is fascinating because okay, how do I put this? Obviously, we talk about the internet all the time on here. Also, we being me, myself, and I. once again. She and I, me and my girl, talk about the internet and what it is to put yourself online often because it's one of our favorite things to study. There's so much identity and ego getting in the way of the message right now. I can just see it as it's happening. There's so much clinging to identity right now that's happening. Like, I'm in the thick of it, dude. I am in the thick of it. And my coping isn't my favorite right now. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't want to like obsess because then I tunnel. And then I'm even further away from getting the fucking message out. Okay, what I'm saying is, the ego wants me to believe that what I experience is always the highest perspective. In all situations, in all circumstances, that I always maintain the highest perspective. That I can even see, like, it's like a God-like equivalent. Like, it's fascinating because the thing is, like, yes, okay, we are all of the source, like that which is. But sometimes, and this is not so literal that it's the ego is like declaring this, but based on how it's behaving and the thoughts that it's feeding me, I'm discerning that the ego it's taking that awareness and attaching to it as if I'm occupying it, as if Isabella is occupying it. It's tricky. It's tricky. This is what we were talking about with like you needing to balance both the heart and the mind, the freedom from self and the creation of self, because I'm on this conscious creation, this journey where I'm creating this self so as to be here, so as to experience this. I mean, we are meant to awaken and get to play more and have more fun in reality. I understand. I've burned through so much suffering and I've learned so much. And so now what I am to do is to create more joy and ease and bliss and peace for myself and for all. And so you obviously want your foundation to be in your heart, but then you use the mind to create. You do. I'm like questioning it as I'm saying it. It's really fucking weird. You use the mind to create. So it's this interesting thing because there's this part of me that lately that has felt like I'm being encouraged to embrace my ego more. I feel like I talked about this in a recent one where like we're talking about God and our concepts of God and what is, and all of our like very masculine dominant thought about spirituality and connectedness to God and how to relieve suffering is detached from ego, like shed of the self as much as possible. Okay. And I feel that's extremely important, but it's only one component. But where we take it as the whole, and we miss the component of it, which is I'm questioning it as it's coming out of my mouth, which is just it just feels bizarre. But there's just this part of me that when I forget myself entirely, I don't take up space and I don't get to experience creation. It's like, yes, there is a peace in this, but there's not really, I'm not sure. I'm in the middle of it. Okay, cut me some fucking slack here. I don't know, but I'm fascinated. I'm extremely fascinated. And my guidance, of course, is telling me, you don't need to analyze it, babe. My guidance is telling me, hey, you analytical fiend, what if you, hear us out, what if you didn't analyze the absolute shit out of your experience this time around? What if you just experienced it? And I'm going, oh, that's an option? I don't have to dissect and put under microscope every moment I experience as it collects on the thread of being, of all that is, and I don't have to study it and understand, Isabella's subjective lens and the ultimate higher perspective of everything all the time. I don't have to do that. Wait, I could just sit back and relax. And enjoy? I'm allowed to just enjoy? It doesn't all have to be a lesson all the time? No, y'all are fucking with me. Come on. Am I being punked? Come on, bring out the cameras. Come on, guys, stop fucking with me. Whew. Do we laugh around here? Do we laugh? They're gonna check me in to the psych ward. They're gonna put me in a thick white coat. They're gonna stick me in a padded cell. They're gonna throw me into Chateau d'If. That was a Count of Monte Cristo reference. If you didn't get it, then get out of my crew. I don't know. I don't know, boys. Did I tell you at the beginning of this that we're feeling very spliced right now? It's like the ego is standing at the gates of my voice box, and it's armored the fuck up, and it's like we're not allowing everything out right now. So some things are forming up here, right? And then they're getting sent in my mouth, my throat, my mouth, they're getting ready to, and the ego's nope, next. And so then I'm in this state of I'm okay, wait a second, I'm mid fucking thought here, but we're this one we're not doing. Okay, next. And then this is all what it looks like. Like I was saying today, it's been we wake up late. We can't fucking get up. We wake up, we're kind of pissy. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was kind of pissy when I woke up because I was I just lost my whole day. It's 1:30. What the fuck? So I'm whatever. Let me get up, get it together. I eat pasta, baked ziti left over from that Aunt Honey made. God bless. I eat cold baked ziti. Put some clothes on. I go get a nice coffee. I get cigarettes. I go up to the parking garage and I lay there and listen to music. And I just lay there in the sun because I needed sun. And I got about 45 minutes before the clouds came. Then I had to come back here. I come back. I mean, it's been okay, we're reading. We read 10 pages. Then we're at the computer and we're editing a video. Then we're editing a different video. Then we're filming something, an entirely different thing. Then we're reorganizing the books. Then we're sweeping the floor. Then we're downstairs smoking a cigarette, watching maybe 2 minutes of a YouTube video. I'm starting so many things and I'm not finishing them. That's kind of what I'm saying to you. Because here's the thing. I'm of the mind that I follow the flow. It's I just know how to jump the trains when they need to be jumped. Okay, when it starts to feel difficult, it's like, okay, let's jump to ease. What's easy right now? So we go do that. What's easy right now? I can like go do the dishes. I'll do that. But then sometimes it'll be like, okay, so now I'm doing the dishes and it's like, okay, now we're on this cleaning thing. And then the thought of sweeping comes up, and sweeping just sounds like it's the thought of sweeping comes up, and the feeling in my body is total dread. And it's like, oh my God, I can't fucking bear to sweep. And so I'm like, okay, fine. We'll go read. We sit down, we read. 10 minutes later, we're sweeping. And we didn't even think about it. All of a sudden, we're just sweeping. Floor swept. Like, I'm not complaining because shit's getting done. Honestly, we're creating, we're active, we're engaged. I mean, I don't want to be critical, but if I had to be critical, I would say ditch the cigs, mama, because they're not really helping. That's okay. We're on a journey. We are on a journey. Yeah, I think if I had to say anything, I would say better health. But I don't want to be critical. I don't know. I feel like I'm losing the plot when I go there. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. I don't want to go there. Now, a smart person, smart, the fuck does that mean? A higher awareness experiencing this would probably say, hey babe, you need a ground. It's very obvious. Go meditate. Get your feet to touch the earth. Hello. I can't explain to you why I am the way that I am. Okay? But you know what? At this time, we are not taking any suggestions for behavior or personality or life choices at all. We're not. And I feel like that's what this is. That's what this is all about, this video. Because you find yourself in these like ego death states. And this is an excellent ego death, by the way. Compared to every other ego death, I think this is the most pleasant. And it's certainly unpleasant at moments, but it's the most pleasant because typically in ego death, it's much more depressed than this. Shit's not getting swept. Body ain't getting cleaned. Body ain't getting sun. Like, typically an ego death is, yeah, I sleep all day. You know, I lay around. The place is an absolute disaster. I'm smoking. I'm eating. That's it. So I gotta count the wins. But I guess what I'm saying is, like, in the past, any number of things occurring today, like finding myself in an ego death, in the past, I was very quick to feel terrible and feel guilty, and to think that I deserve to feel guilty, to think that I fucked up on the path, I'm doing wrong because I'm experiencing this conflict of like for instance, like I'm smoking a cigarette, but then inside I'm saying you shouldn't be smoking that. Like it's working against your larger goals. Why are you doing that? And that voice, the thing is, well, I don't know. I want to say that voice is correct, but I'm also like of the mind, of course, it's like nothing is wrong. Nothing is ever wrong. And that's what this is. Being in this ego death, I think that's why this ego death has been easier. The past couple have been easier for me because I've been more and more like within the ego death understanding that like, okay, I'm not in this position because I fucked up. I'm not here because I need to feel guilty or because I'm being held, like because some larger cosmic force is holding me back from my success and my happiness and my fulfillment. Those are illusions. I'm here right now because I chose to, on some higher level awareness, I chose to be because there's something I wanted to learn from it. So the more I find when I'm in these states, ego death, whatever you want to call it, dark nights of the soul, like just kind of like more unpleasant states where things are more challenging, the more I accept and allow whatever is in that state, whatever is happening, without being like, oh, this is wrong, this should be better, I wish I felt this instead, I wish I was doing this, the more that I just allow what's happening, the easier it is, and the more wisdom gained, and the quicker I get out of it. So that's a component of what we're doing here tonight. Now, I'm gonna use my foot. Oh my god, I love her legs so much. Another component, oh, I actually don't like the lighting that way. Another component, okay, of what we're doing here was the thing with social media. Now, can this lighting like do for me? Okay. Putting yourself online. You are agreeing to allow other people to observe you. You're almost agreeing to allow yourself to take on like a lower level of awareness by becoming something to be observed. I haven't quite pieced out the understanding here, but you do this very interesting thing because you put yourself online. I put things online all the time, and I'm aware when I'm putting it online of its blind spots in a way. I'm aware of ways in which it could be perceived that casts me in a light that either I'm uncomfortable with, or that I know would trigger people, or that like suggests some kind of like lower intelligence or lower level of awareness or lower understanding of all that is. Is this becoming clear? You give yourself up in a way to people, because you're in a sense you are saying like, go ahead, consume this. And yeah, it's not me that's being consumed, but it is my likeness. It is a representation of me that's being consumed. When someone consumes what I put online. I'm certainly aware that I overthink the online space and what we're, but not in a way that is incorrect. In a way that might just be pointless when it comes to like attaching it to Isabella, but I think useful for like on the whole larger analytical research of what we're doing in the online space. And like obviously that's a part of what I'm interested in. It's just that, yeah, and again, I overthink it. I do. Like I overthink my own subjectivity in it. Like what Isabella is doing online, I don't know, but like that's what I mean. I overthink that. I know what she's doing online. I also don't know, but I know and I don't know. See, like this is even this. Like I know I'm gonna post this video, okay, to YouTube, and right now probably, you know, I don't think a single person will make it to this point right now. However, in 6 months, I imagine that will be very different. I don't think I can say 6 months because I don't know how readily the world will be able to understand me. Like, are we there yet? The level of consciousness. And see, this is what I'm saying. Because there's a part of me that says, the heart and the mind. Remember, we are all of the same stuff because we are. There is no separation. So there's no need to really be this Isabella and this ego identified where I'm like, well, look at the awareness that she houses and comparing it to the awareness and the mental capability of the people around her and being like, why can't they go there? Why can't they go where I can go? I must be special type thing. And that's really, that's such an oversimplification too that it just disgusts me because that does not explain at all my consciousness or how I perceive what's happening. But for the sake of brevity and just getting a point across, yeah, that's what my ego tells me this. Because I say things and people do not meet me. They don't meet me at my depth. I say things. I experience life in a kind of way that is so profound that I'm like bursting at the seams to talk about it. And I don't feel that anyone wants to talk about it. Or I don't know, I don't see people bursting like this. I am bursting. Like I am trying to hold back for fear of being too much and too annoying, for having too much to say. Girl, I'm posting shit on every fucking platform. I can't shut the fuck up. I can't. Like, and I'm not going to. But I don't understand how we are not all like bursting at the seams to talk about, to relate what this experience is like, the experience of being. So then that's when I then feel this like, how can that be? How can that be? How am I here? How did I get this awareness? Why is it like this for me? And I know, like these questions, like they're pointless. It really is. It's like the ego's just kind of, it's just like you're in overdrive and you'd feel better if you just chilled the fuck out. It just fascinates me. And I'm a romantic. So I seek connection with other people. I'm a creature of fantastic capability, and so are you, and so are they, but they don't realize it. That's why I feel like I just want to wake people up. But then to feel that way, that you, in your whatever vessel, excuse me, have something that other people need that could, change their lives. What arrogance? No? I feel like that's the weird ego death I'm navigating right now. Because is that arrogant to think for me to feel that I have wisdom that could help people? Like, because who am I to say what other people need? Who am I to know what's good for somebody else just because it's good for me, I mean, I don't know. This is where I find myself lately, being encouraged like away from this kind of thinking where I like limit myself and where I go like, I don't know, like I'm nothing and nobody needs me and like the work I'm doing is not that important and like whatever. And then there's the other side of it, which is like the work I'm doing is profoundly important because nobody's talking about this. And they look at me like I'm crazy, or they don't know what to say, or they tell me I have galaxy brain, which that was actually a compliment from someone who understood it. All right, so I got to remember that there's people out there. I got to remember the people in my life that are close to me who see me and go these places with me. I do still feel like in a league of my own. And is that how we are all meant to feel? I don't think so. Like, I don't want to feel misunderstood. I don't want to feel so brilliant that nobody can reach me. You know what I mean? But at the same time, she's brilliant. I'm not going to tell her she's not brilliant. The girl's brilliant. It's just like other people are brilliant too. They just don't believe that about themselves. So I feel that I want people to know their brilliance. I want them to see their brilliance. I want them to wake up to their brilliance and accept it. But then again, is it harmful of me to take on this role? To believe that I occupy a higher awareness than the majority of people? Is that ego fodder? Is that my mind masturbating? You know what I mean? Is that an unfulfilling trap? A path that has a dead end? There's nowhere. I mean, it's like, sure, go down it, but it's going to dead end, and then you're going to have to turn around. I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of I don't knows. It's weird because I know that I create this reality. Like, I know that. And it makes me sad to think that I just, for whatever reason, I feel as though I know that no one is going to watch this and understand it and engage in conversation with me about it. And my follow-up question to that is, do I even want them to? Because if I did, then it would happen. No? I mean, that's how I've been experiencing everything else. I'm understanding more, to accept the present moment. I don't want to be anywhere else. I don't want to be in the future when I have I have these desires, right? I don't want to jump right now to the future where those desires are fulfilled. I want to be right here. I want to be in the present moment. I want to be in the now. I trust myself. I trust my timeline. I trust it to play out, at the pace that it's meant to. And yeah, I don't know. I just totally spaced. Like, I just want to know the level of awareness that I occupy. Like, is anybody else here? Like, that's all I want to know. And then I think putting myself online, I guess I just question, like, somebody who's not at this level of awareness can read or perceive, consume the things that I publish online and like perceive, I don't know, perceive it to such a incorrect degree that they perceive me as, I don't know why I have this fear of being seen as unintelligent. Because that feels very old. Like, it's just kind of coming up today. It feels very old. And I think that's what this shadow experience has been too. Like a lot of old stuff that like isn't really like an issue anymore. Like we've already dealt with it, but it comes back up again, kind of like a last hurrah. And you just have to watch it and let it go. Like if you cling to it, if you start freaking out, you're clinging. And then you give yourself a harder time. It's easier to just watch it. Accept and allow. Yeah. All right, let's cut it because clearly everything just kind of went, the thoughts slowed and I got nothing else for you, but Bowie. Loves. Okay. Ciao from us.